It's kind of like, do you see that thing where fighters or duelists do, where they kind of like flick their sword to the side to get all the blood off? Just gonna do that and sheath my rapier.
Hmm.
I'm gonna turn
This
to
was decisively painful.
I'm gonna turn to Ash, and I'm gonna approach him and say, Ashnok, thank you very much. I appreciate the benefits I acknowledge you were giving me during that battle.
No problem. The enemies are dead. That is what matters.
As we are looking around, everyone is aware that both Lucius and Ash are bleeding heavily and limping around. They don't look like they're having a good time.
Give me some time. I will mend.
I'm sitting there. I'm leaning up against that, sitting down, catching my breath.
Lucius is like, geez, did I just kill 2 people with a rock?
Lucius, for a no offense meant by this, for an elderly gentleman, you seem to still have a spring in your
Still got it.
in that attack.
They were provoking me.
How many more Darkspawn do we think we'll be dealing with?
I mean, personally, I think we've dispatched them. I think this must have been a scouting party at least to have come here. I don't think there'll be any more Darkspawn. I mean, if there were, the sounds of combat surely would have alerted them by now. That's my thinking. I hope, again, I don't want to be wrong, but that's my thinking of it. Usually these sounds of combat, and especially with the mage and that other brute, they would have alerted or done something to alert other Darkspawn.
We need to
get the blood.
Get your vase out.
Yes.
I'll collect. I'm familiar with this stuff.
Lucius is pretty beat up.
Stand still and listen to the chanting of music. It will heal your wounds.
Yeah,
I love the deadpan Kunari.
I could just heal him. You're not the only healer here.
Oh, I was not aware of this.
It takes quiet note of the fact I've healed myself before, and apparently it wasn't noticed. All right, then. Well, yeah, I can heal the both of you up myself. I'm gonna throw out a couple 2-action heals. So 1d8 plus 8.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll use up two of my. Actually, I guess that'd be my last 2 spell slots.
If you would prefer, we have some time. I can utilize something that will return to me in due time.
Well, I could say the same thing about my spell slots.
Mine will return in 10 minutes. Roughly.
Fine, if you're that insistent about it.
Well,
no, I am really not.
In my head, I'm not saying this out loud. While this magic dick waving contest about healing is going on, I'm going to go around and look for the chest, or not the chest, but look for the. So that was out of character knowledge. Yeah. Look for the scrolls or something like that. What we were sitting here to do. I know Lucius said that he had the vials. He's just getting a breather. Just getting a breather. That's fine. A man like him should be fighting like that. But I'm impressed. I'm gonna kind of like look around and see if I can see anything around here, or kind of, I don't know if that is a doorway. Kind of like look in, see if I see anything. Not go
up
in.
This way is a gate. Is an open gateway into the next, deeper into the ruin.
Right, okay. So yeah, I will ask Ashnok then if, in game I'll say, I don't mean to be gluttonous here, but do you have any more ways of healing me, or is that what you're waiting the 10 minutes for?
No, I can do it now. I'm going to once again start the chanting in the wonderful language. That I'm sure you do not like. How much?
Yeah,
how much health is missing?
9.
Yeah, you'll be back to full.
Perfect.
But that is me out of focus points, and I will not be more than 1 by the end of the day.
Everyone is totally drained now.
I'll accept Evelyn's healing. I'm not turning it down. You are free to do what you want.
Okay, then. Well, if I'm free to do what I want, then I'd prefer to actually use my spell slots to do healing, which is the only thing they're for.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 heal. Really? Okay, well that's going to be 10.
You don't
Because
need
I'm...
to... Do you need to paste the entire stat block? You can cut them out if you want to.
I don't know how to do individual pieces.
I can show you after we're done here.
Okay, well whatever, let's just do it this way.
I'll take the 10, so the old man can get more.
The group sits down to try to recover their wounds. Lucius, in particular, is still trying to recover his breath.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. See, this is why I hate Roll20, because my rolls are fucking terrible.
I feel it. My rolls in Roll20 are notoriously bad as well.
Hey, Eric, today your rolls were really good.
Because we weren't using Roll20.
I know.
I might go over to Lucius and be like, lift up your arms. Put your arms above your head. Put your arms above your head.
I do so, looking at you very, very, like, what the fuck?
Now, breathe in. And then out. So, by opening up your arms, you're opening up your chest and expanding your lungs. It'll help you control your breathing a lot more.
Okay.
Interesting.
Everybody's just like, what does this have to do with anything?
Poor old man's sitting there out of breath, man. Try to help him out.
Ash would like to investigate the mage corpse.
All right. What would you like to look for?
Is there anything magical on this man?
His staff is magical in nature.
Yoink.
Yoink.
Is there anything else that he is carrying of value? Notes, perhaps?
You ransack the body and do not find anything else of value. Things that the Darkspawn were carrying around were some small rocks, teeth, a couple of plants, just random shit that it seemed to be interested in taking.
This seems entirely disorganized. Which I suppose is to be in character.
Should we press on? Quite cautious of the time that we have remain.
No.
We should harvest these
Give me a few minutes. Would it be a crafting check to fill the vials for us?
For you, it will be, yes. Lucius thinks about those patients he treated and how all of them that had come in contact with the Darkspawn were viciously poisoned, and very carefully treats this as basically an open source of a hazardous material, and spends some time making sure nothing gets out, everything is nice and controlled, slowly fills the vial with poison without letting any of it spill. You cork it properly, and you safely handle it.
Is there anything else?
And we need 5 of them?
There was 1 given to each of you, so there's 4 total.
I gave mine to Avalon, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm. I'm happy to provide all the bottles.
I will hand mine over with no issue at all.
It's just
Is there
on you go, Leon, sorry.
Is there anything else among them that radiates magic? Let's not miss anything.
As you are checking amongst all the bodies, there is no other magical equipment amongst them.
A shame, but I suppose to be expected. What do I know of the staff? I have read aura, so I would... what does the spell specifically give me? I know the school of magic associated with the item. Automatically. What is it?
It is associated with the Spirit School of Magic.
What check would it be to try to identify it?
An arcane check?
Nah, man, you can't do that, Leon. You know the rules. You need to go and test it and blow stuff up first.
I mean, I can point it at a random point and tell it to activate. Is this enough?
This staff, you are guessing, has been depleted of charges, but was the source of that blindness spell. It is depleted.
Well, tomorrow I can recharge it. Saves are
Nice.
great. What specifically does it have? Is its property to just a regular staff with blindness as its only spell?
Correct.
Okay. I will
You're
write
not
it down.
finding anything that cool on day 2 of the game.
I will take a staff of
The
blindness.
staff of blindness is still good. It is a very weak charge. It can only carry so much.
I mean, hey, I will take a staff of blindness. I am not bitching about that.
Blind is a great early spell.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, I need
This-
to. Sorry, go ahead.
To inform you, this staff is currently depleted. Once it is repleted, it is capable of invoking blindness. Does anyone else wish to carry this staff?
No.
No.
Unless it's too heavy for you, not particularly.
It is not.
I think that's best suited to you. So I would just.
Will we need a separate crafting check for all the vials?
I would just let you do it because I'm not proficient in doing that. If that's okay with you.
Each time you try to fill the vial will be a crafting check. Lucius, since you've already done it before and now know how to properly handle it, you would get a +4 to your check to do it. If anyone else wants to do it, you're at risk of poisoning yourself, so I'd recommend the alchemist does it.
I can act as an assistant if you would like.
I'm about to say I'm content with leaving it to the alchemist. It's kind of his shtick.
Yeah, I'm not actually doing anything. I'm just acting as an assistant if he needs it.
Yeah. If you want to assist, I'll take it.
Okay. Actually, wait. Can I inspire?
Ooh, nice.
I don't even think you need inspire competence on this.
Not on that roll. Lucius, give me 3 more and add +4 to each of them.
All right. So it's a
Well,
28 and
That's
18.
one of them, so give me 2 more.
Let me see if I can inspire competence. Yep, that is probably enough.
So 18 and a 26.
Yeah, 19 on the one, so +1 on them.
Which that was 4 crafting rolls in total. Because I rolled the 16 for mine, and then the 24, the 14, and the 21.
Yeah, you owe me 1 more.
Okay.
What's that plus
I will
5?
once,
So that's 17.
I will once again attempt to inspire competence.
So if that inspires, that is a total of what's that? 16.
Lucius takes his time and slowly collects blood from the different darkspawn bodies. Doesn't collect any from us the same course twice. Everyone has taken their time to focus and take a breather, calm their thoughts down, let their heart go back to normal, while Lucius does his thing. Lucius, you safely fill all 5 vials without poisoning anything. Everything is properly corked off and stowed away. As long as you don't drop it or fall on yourself, they'll be safe to handle.
How much time did this take in general?
This battle, plus the time you guys took after it, was probably 20 minutes.
Okay.
The sun is rapidly disappearing and the darkness is coming.
We need to find the scrolls.
I would say they were in here. I'll point to this corridor or hallway that seems to be leading into a tomb or I don't know, some sort of structure.
Okay. Let
I
us
will-
go.
I'll take your word for it and follow.
Okay, you guys are venturing further into the ruin. How do you want to do this?
I mean, I would like to do it stealthily, if possible.
Do you want to advance on your own and recon the area, or do you guys want to move as a formation like before?
Before we enter, I would say to them that you want me to try and recon and try and do it stealthily, or are we just going to go in together? I personally don't think we have the time for us to sit and recon. The sun's going down. I would say we probably need to do this with haste, but
Yes.
Yes.
That's fine.
so yeah, we would just go in as a group then, I'd imagine, and And with haste, obviously try and find the documents that Duncan has sent us after.
Okay, we move as a group. Set up your formation, how you want to move, and I'll take you to the next map.
I would be at the back, if that's okay.
I'll be in the middle.
You're very much in the front.
We're going to take a line formation, all right?
Well, it's hard to guesstimate how wide the door is from here.
You can fit 2 by 2 through the door.
Hmm.
So you guys had a diamond set up before. You could make it that way again if you wanted.
I would say so, yeah. Diamond works pretty well.
Diamond is a good all-around formation. Why do I only see 3 of you?
I don't know.
Lucius
Who just-
has...
Oh, there it is.
has
Ash was hiding under Lucius.
Lucius has ascended as a god.
Okay, we are going to move to the next map. We find ourselves in what was probably the inside of the ruin, and we find darkspawn corpses strewn about the area, and an inviting-looking unopened chest sitting in the middle of the floor.
This is aberrant. What has
Well-
killed them?
Casters. Both of the casters will give me an arcane check. Evelyn, that's you too.
Yep, I was rolling it.
Ash is distracted, knowing full well something just doesn't seem right here. Avalon, you have been taught through your many, many years in the circle of distinguishing between trained and untrained natural magic. Because you are taught that natural, untrained magic is an abomination, whether you believe it to be or not, but you are trained to know the difference. You feel the presence of an apostate here.
Something is unnatural, but I
RP in game, Avalon did not tell anyone.
cannot point out what it is. It is merely unnatural.
I would just say apostate.
Define apostate. Noun. To be other. To be against the norm.
Fucking Ash.
Okay, dictionary.com.
I do not know who this dictionary.com is. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Lucius is moving up on his own.
there's an
I'm up
apostate
on
around here.
the
The balcony.
lifted platform there. Yeah, I'm gonna study that center platform.
Lucius, give me a perception check.
Nice.
Very good.
Nice.
With that, you are also going to give me a medicine check with a +4.
So a 20.
That chest, you can't quite tell. It's too far away. It looks like it's never been opened before. You don't see fingerprints on it. That darkspawn corpse that's right underneath you, as you're looking at it from up here, it looks like it's covered in burn marks.
Hmm.
The chest might be trapped. I'm sure everybody's thinking that, though.
I could attempt to open it telekinetically.
That is up to you.
Ash,
Yes,
the
please.
center platform here. This body has been burned, and that I can only see so well from this distance, but it looks like that chest has never been touched.
A trap, perhaps. Let me test. I'm going to telekinetically chuck some vegetable matter. Just grab some random leaves or a stick and chuck it over there. See if it
Ash.
triggers anything.
Ash grabs a pine cone that was laying around and just lazily chucks it at the chest. It pings off of it and just rolls along the ground.
It does not appear that the chest is trapped.
Everyone,
Okay.
perception check.
I love perception checks. No, I don't.
I'm still just too busy thinking about that fight.
Lucius and Ash, the two of you are looking around the area. Everyone's staring at the chest, trying to figure out what to do. The two of you notice up here, sitting on this raised platform, is a raven who is taking a total interest in you. Normally, they flip their heads around and look at everything. This one is just dead on staring at the three of you down here and occasionally glancing at Thea.
Raven, a noble creature, a wise creature. Ash is just going to get out some food and hold out his hand, see if it works. He's also going to get out a shiny coin, see if that works.
Look at the shiny.
Shiny.
I
It
will
does not
mantle
move
down
from its
here.
perch and continues to stare at you. Lucius, as you advance, the raven's head turns to make dead eye contact with you.
I'm gonna walk down over here, trying to figure out stupid fucking. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm gonna ask. I'm just gonna say to the raven, "Are you the apostate?"
A raven is not an apostate, I believe.
Shape shifting. It's not exactly the hardest thing in the world to do.
I was not aware that this magic exists. Thank you for enlightening me.
The raven opens its wings up, and it starts to rapidly grow in size, up and out, until a person emerges from it.
This is fascinating and also disturbing. It violates conservation of mass.
A younger looking woman with yellowish eyes and long black hair with a purplish colored robe is standing on that elevated platform and holds up her right hand and starts moving her fingertips. A flame erupts from her hand, and as it does, everyone feels heat in front of their face. A wall of fire emerges between you guys and the chest. Her yellow eyes are locking with all of you as she's moving her eyes around.
What's the into Vinter? What would be the right way to address a mage?
Most people in Tevinter that have magical ability are considered above civilians. Those of the Megocracy, their title, the highest would be an Archon. Underneath that would be a Practitioner.
Okay. I'm going to trying to address her and say, "Hi, we mean no harm. You can clearly tell here that maybe this is your home or something like that. We have intruded, and I humbly apologise for that. But we have been issued to come here and collect some documents which we believe to be around here. I can clearly see you're a practitioner in magic, and we mean no harm. We just wish to collect the documents and then be on our way."
Who sent you?
The Grey Wardens.
She looks at you sideways like she doesn't believe you.
I am sorry, we have not been given appropriate identification. We are to collect Darkspawn blood and the documents. There is dead Darkspawn to the south if you do not believe us that have been drained of blood.
Well, exsanguination might be an intense descriptor, but yes.
None of you look like wardens to me.
We are not. Though I would like to join them. It is not yet certain.
She closes her hand. The wall of fire disappears into the ground. She is very apprehensive as she watches you, but she doesn't seem to be challenging you.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Is this your home?
It is, but I protect its contents from intruders.
Hmm.
Are we allowed to approach and take the contents?
You may.
Okay, time to plunder it for the contents.
Read it!
Get all that loot and booty, Leon.
I will skip the booty and live with the loot. You can have the booty.
I'll take the booty.
We need to split it 50-50 between the important people.
Define important.
Not Lucius.
No. The doctor gets his cut. Anyway, what's in... So, I'm sorry, what's in the chest?
What's in the box?
As we go through the chest, all that we find in there is a bunch of rolled up documents, each sealed closed with a wax stamp.
I believe these are the documents that we have come here for. Would anyone else like to carry them? Otherwise, I will put them in my bag.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I have no qualms.
I'm going to wrap them in wax paper and a blanket and then put them in my backpack.
The apostate continues to stare suspiciously at you guys. Our mages would not even need to make a check. There are prepared spells swirling around her, waiting to be triggered.
Just
Are we concluded here, or are we going to stay?
yeah, I'm just going to address the practitioner and just say,
God damn it.
thank you for your time. But
What's wrong, Art?
Now going to leave.
Why were you trying to say something, Art? Artemis.
It might not be, or maybe the recording died?
No, probably somebody at her place was yelling for her or something.
Ah, fair.
I'm probably gonna have to go AFK in a couple minutes because people being pains in the ass.
Probably a good time for a break.
That's a good
Well-
idea. We can break here. It's been 2 hours.
Time to get a drink.
All right, then. With that as a 10-minute break, everyone. Get yourself a drink and take a piss.
Wonderful.
All right. See you in 10.
10. Oh my god, guys. Woo! That fight was glorious. So yeah, man. Theodore Humphrey Farquhar von Drac proved his worth. Swashbuckler dancing in and out, just killing people with a rapier. Woo! That was good. I really enjoyed that. I think obviously it's still earlier on in the game, but I imagine V had planned that to be a lot harder. But we done that pretty well. Tactically, I'm going to say as well. We split up the party, which is very unconventional. You normally don't split up the party, but we did, and look at that. I messed that brute up. So that's my guy's job. So my character is a duelist. So that's why when you watch me fight, I'm not going to get in a group. Like getting in a big melee of other people, yeah, that's not good for me. I want to hit, retreat as much as I can. If I can get someone on their own, fantastic. That's what I want to do. I want to dance around. I want to do that dance of death and take people out one by one. That's where I'll excel. Doing big melee brawls and stuff like that, and having loads of enemies around me is not going to benefit me. It's going to happen now or then, like that's going to happen, unfortunately. But listen, this is what happens, and sometimes you don't always get the advantage that you want. Well, you need to have your viewers decide what your character does. No, that is not happening, V. No chance. No disrespect to my viewers, I am not allowing my viewers to decide what happens to my character. My character is mine alone, and only I get to decide. Not even the DM gets to decide his actions or his thoughts. I decide. You've obviously said yourself that you don't like to have control over people's characters through mind or whatever like that. So you know why that's not going to happen. People can say stuff for a laugh, yeah, but I am not going to allow. And again, this is no disrespect to any viewers, but I'm not going to allow any viewers to decide what my character does. Just not going to happen. I decide what Theodore Humphrey Farquhar von Drac does. End of story. Just like that fight and messing up those guys, that was glorious. I was just explaining to the chat. Oh, listen, man, it's not about the viewers, not about the viewers. It's just about playing D&D, having a hobby, and enjoying it with other people. So I appreciate everyone being here. Thank you so much. These D&D sessions, you'll be used to it with streaming anyway, because these D&D sessions tend to go on for like 3 to 4 hours. Am I muted? No, I've muted myself, so you can't hear me in Discord.
Oh, so
There you
while
go.
I'm talking now, would your viewers hear me?
Yes, they would hear it now. It's all about the banter. Exactly, Ivy. It's all about the banter, and you guys are here enabling that banter. So I really appreciate it. Usually used to the long stream. It was not a long stream. It's just the average amount of time that I normally do, 4 hours. The D&D sessions tend to last 3 or 4 hours, depending if it's like a boss fight or anything like that. Sometimes they can be shorter, because you might get more RP done or something like that. So yeah, just kind of really varies and depends. But listen, it's always a laugh. That's what I like about D&D. 4 hours is the slot. Yeah, and that when it comes to combat, you tend to find that it is more effective in regards to
Combat takes a long time.
Yeah, but listen, seeing you've got a duelist like Theodore Humphrey Farquhar von Drac, don't know about that, man. That brute get messed up. Again, it was also due to the team. Like Theo is a very
Give me some level, and I'll be able to set you up really with some really disgusting shit.
yeah. So listen, he's not that much of a fucking of a bravado.
He'd have to be suicidal to not trust his teammates to an extent after they prove themselves.
No, exactly, and he acknowledges obviously the help that he got. He's not that much of a. He wasn't raised to be an idiot. Let's just put it that way.
Oh god, next level's gonna be great. I trust me, you'll love the buff I can chuck on you.
See, it's quite interesting because I feel like it's already been planned. Somehow we're gonna go to Tevinter. I just know it, and then I'm gonna they're gonna try and blame me for shit. The fact I'm working with a canary and an elf. I know what V is gonna try and do. I already know it because
He betrayed us all.
I know.
Destroy his entire family.
I know what he's gonna try and do anyway. So it's not as if you can do anything different with the Tevinter. So it kind of works out perfect that way. I know what to expect.
I mean, the thing with Tevinter is, it's not like they actually hate the Kunari because of a racial difference. It's just that they're
yeah, it's just because of the war, because the Canary took that island off them. So yeah, they're just.
But they do intensely hate elves.
Yes, they do.
Oh, absolutely.
They do.
But I'm not an elf. That's not my problem. Look, we just have to wear a nice robe like I am. Just a bathrobe. It'll be fine.
They do really intensely hate elves. So guys, if you see me role-playing character of hating elves, it's just the way Theo is.
Can I chuck mirror image at you? I cannot, but I can chuck blur on you.
I feel like I said. I feel like if everything goes well, which isn't going to happen, I feel like Theo will become like Sigvald from Warhammer, where like he gets like a mirror, so he can just like look at himself during combat because he's so enamored by his own self. Sigvald was hilarious. So anyone that was ugly would kill them. Just like what? Like you,
Sigvald would be fun.
you assault my eyes, good sir. Die. Hey, on that note, I am going to quickly go to the toilet. Leon, I put you in charge of entertaining the chat. Keep it PG.
Ah, fuck. Well, shit.
I'm recording, so I'll know.
God damn it. You know I'm German. I can't do jokes. Scheiße. Wie geht das nochmal? Hey. Hi. How's it going? Eric, tell them about the war crimes you committed earlier today.
I committed no crimes.
You were an accessory to war crimes that would have violated the Geneva Convention at least 5 times over.
So for those of you in the chat who have very little experience with D&D or have never played it before or are avid veterans, one thing to know about D&D is the more creative you are, the more fun the game gets. And in the later stages, like right now, the game that we're playing, all the characters are only level 2. So their abilities are limited. But as it increases in level, the game will increase in complexity and allow more and more things to happen. In the setting that we are referring to, that Leon is the DM and I'm one of the players, all the characters are level 9. And we have been at war for several years with this other nation that is primarily run by necromancers. And
they won.
And our side has already won. But the church has decided that that's not enough. The enemy must be completely annihilated.
Let me correct that. One of the players, who is an acting
One of-
dignitary of that church,
One of
went
the players
and pushed for it.
is a saint of that church and has taken upon himself that the enemy must be annihilated so that way their heinous faith can be replaced with the one true faith.
Exactly. Like it
My
should be.
character is playing a druid who is a devout worshiper of a different god and worships nature. So doesn't really have a vested interest in doing this, but for a long time was assigned to be the personal bodyguard of the saint. So feels attached to help him. As a druid's abilities are either magical in nature, can create or control animals, or in my case, I play a shapeshifter. And as she's grown in power, can turn into larger and more complex animal forms. And while we were attacking, the area we were going after is a nation of islands. So most of the cities are harbor-based. So one of the spells that the party had access to was able to raise the water line. So I decided I'm going to turn into a giant shark. And I became the alpha of a pack of sharks by mauling the previous alpha. So the opening stages of this new battle was we're going to raise the water line, and these very confused soldiers who are used to being on land are now in 6-foot tall water being eaten by sharks. It was amazing. This was the opening moves of the battle. It was glorious. It was awesome.
That's it.
These are the kinds of stupid shit you can do at
And
higher
then
level
there
D&D.
was some other wonderful things, such as a specialized Eldritch Archer blowing up the alchemical supply line, which ignited half of the city. Another character who specialized in stealth, who went around butchering their reinforcements and making sure that nobody escapes. You committed a lot of war crimes, man. You committed a lot of war crimes.
There were no war crimes committed.
V.
The enemy's ammunition exploding was their own incompetence. It's not our fault.
Somebody's saying you should do an audiobook.
This is kind of why I like to have the summaries every week. Not only is it good for anyone who missed the session, but one day I would like to just make it a video, like an hour long, of just reading the entire game's history over the year that it was played and turn it into kind of a short story.
Well,
I think it'd be kind of neat.
Listen, I'd be fine with that, but I think me and Leon can say that don't make a grand combat in regards to like a city battle and then overextend yourself.
As much as I've always wanted to do that, it just doesn't work out.
As we have learned, Eric, I can do it. You cannot. You just go way too in detail with that shit.
I was getting my Total War on though.
Oh fuck, man.
I can sympathize with that though, Eric.
That city siege was just a fucking clusterfuck. Moving on with life, I don't want to remember that. That was a nightmare.
I hear everyone except Artemis. Artemis, are you here?
I'm here.
All right, everyone has returned.
Yeah.
We are back to the tense standoff with the apostate mage, who seems to be okay with you guys taking the documents, but our magi are aware that she has spells prepped and ready to fire as soon as she feels threatened.
Are you going to annihilate us once we turn our backs?
If I wished you dead, you would be.
That is why I'm asking if I should face my death. I would like to do it while I'm looking my killer in the eye.
I do not trust you.
This is understandable.
With that, the sun has disappeared and the moon is on its way up. It is very dark very quickly.
Right, guys, we need to.
Time for us to get out.
Yeah,
Yes.
we need to leave. We need to be back at camp before the battle.
Are
Thank
you
you for-
returning to the fortress?
This
Yes.
is correct.
The wilderness are prowled by darkspawn now.
Hmm.
I
Are
will
you
show
off-
you the way if you wish.
This would be greatly appreciated.
Please.
Yep.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Sheathe your
Hmm.
weapons.
I don't think anyone had their weapons out. Did they?
I just have daggers all over my body, but I'm not wielding any right now.
I didn't have my weapon
don't.
out.
I've kind of set a precedent of just not having my weapon out most of the time.
Hmm.
I need to give my beat stick a break anyway.
The apostate still seems very wary of you, but relaxes a bit, and she just lazily gestures for you to follow her and starts moving off towards the west end of the ruin.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I
follow.
have a question, if I may. Was this magic used shapeshifting as described by Miss Evelyn Farden?
You're asking if that was a spell?
No, if it was shapeshifting or if it was something else. I am not familiar with this branch of magic. That is why I would like to learn.
That is a
What?
diplomacy check.
Ha.
She
Ah.
again looks at you and is distrustful of you,
You
but
do
for a
not
moment seems to warm at your question. Avalon, are you coming with?
Yeah, I would follow.
If you feel uncomfortable, do not feel compelled to answer. I understand that these may be secrets.
There are many magical abilities outside of your precious circle.
I am
He's not
She
sorry.
circle
glares at Evelyn.
I am sorry. I am no circle mage.
The apostate is glaring at Evelyn in disapproval.
I'll glare back. I'll say, yeah, the massive payoff of the last apostate I dealt with was having a sword stuck in my face and being told I suck because I don't want to be a pirate. You apostates are sure building up a good standard.
Please do not imply that one person is the exact same as another when they most likely have no relation. That is
Considering
unfair.
if she wants to give me shit, the previous precedent that's been set and then this current precedent of having a wall of fire thrown in my face aren't exactly good precedents. You apostates are sure earning respect as sensible people when I did literally nothing to you other than know you were here.
I believe you are being a Theo right now.
Theo's standing right there.
I mean, no. I mean, I at least have respect for people. This woman has done nothing to cause us any harm. We have entered
She
what
just insulted me.
I mean.
I'm in full right to throw insults back.
Yes, no. You listen. If anyone wants to have a verbal debate with you, you are. But I mean, you're letting the emotions get the better of you.
We're wasting time here.
Yes.
The apostate continues to move as you guys bicker behind her.
I apologize for the question. It seems to have aggravated one of our party members.
That's not what aggravated me. She acts like I had a choice. After that, I would shut up because once again, I'm in a spot where nobody gets it.
I did not mean to offend you.
I would just stay silent. I need to be right back.
I have only known her for a few hours, but she seems very emotional. She will calm, I believe.
The apostate leads you through a forest path. As she approaches heavy wood lines, hand and a green light comes out of it, and the trees just bend to get out of your guys' way.
Hmm.
And the path is very dark. You guys are very close together, trying to listen to where each other are. It is, as soon as the sun was gone, you can't see 3 feet beyond you. So the progress is slow, but your guide doesn't make attempts to abandon you or run away and leave you behind. And true to her word, after about an hour of picking through the forest, you guys return to the fortress of Ostagar.
Hmm.
As you guys are within about 500 yards of it, you can see the torchlights of the battlements, and she stands to the side, ready to see you off.
Hmm. This was interesting. We required significantly more time to enter the wilds than to exit. What kind of magic was this, if I may inquire?
It was avoiding the enemy or prowling the forest.
Hmm. I suppose. This is interesting, though I suppose I will never learn this, as we are unlikely to see each other again. Thank you, regardless, for the demonstration.
We appreciate
Yes.
your aid.
Thank you for the assistance.
May we know the name of our aider?
You may call me Morrigan.
Morrigan. I am Theodore Humphrey Farquhar von Drac. I will give her a respectful bow.
Hmm. I am Ash Cateau, a traveling scholar and I suppose mage.
Oh, right. Yes. Lucius Gallus. I'll nod my head.
I'm starting to like Lucius's personality. Does Evelyn stay quiet?
I
just
think our
walked
head.
Hmm.
Morrigan watches you guys leave if you walk away.
Hmm.
Yeah, after we do that and give our thanks, we imagine we all head into the camp and try to find Duncan.
Yep. Scurry off to the big bonfire, because that's more than likely where he is, at least.
Honor be upon your family for your kindness and virtue, Morrigan.
As you guys wander on off, she turns on her heel and disappears back into the blackness of the forest. And you guys quickly find yourselves back within the fortress of Ostagar. There's a lot of movement around. You hear a lot of clanging, swords being clanged against walls, armor shuffling around, people shouting orders, bells ringing. There's a lot of activity right now.
I will turn to, before anyone goes away, I will turn to the group and just say, excuse my rudeness, but I am going to quickly run to the Kennel Master and I will get you at Duncan.
Hmm. Oh, yes, the animals. I would like to see them too.
Sure, if anyone wishes to come, you are more than welcome to join. That is not, I am not saying I'm going or not invited. You are more than welcome to accompany me if you wish, and I will make with
Two
haste.
birds, one stone. I'll go to Duncan. You take care of that.
Perfect, and I will go to the Kennel Master. I think it was around here, so yeah, I'll go back to him.
I'll stick with Lucian.
Hmm.
Like you said, two birds with one stone.
Hmm.
Our two that went to the dogs. We'll start with you guys.
Oh, woo.
The Kennel Master is training some younger looking dogs, teaching them to go after certain, sparring dummies, attacking different parts of their bodies. The dogs look ready to go and highly motivated.
I will do a slight, just to make myself, make him aware that I'm there, my presence is there, and wait for him to obviously stop his training, and then say, I believe I have the flower that you were after.
Oh, you're back. Did you have any luck?
Yes, your diagram was very useful. I believe this is it. I tried as best as I could to take care of it, and I will take it out of the pouch and give him the flower. and give him
Oh,
back.
that's exactly. Thank you.
No problem.
He takes some of it. He goes to his little workbench and he gets a mortar and pestle and starts grinding it up. Hopefully, I'll be able to treat some of our dogs with this, get them back in fighting shape.
My companion here says he wished to see the animals. I don't think he has experienced the
I have not.
Mimbari hounds before.
Ah, never seen a Babari, huh? They're the
They
prime
are
for Eldon.
surprisingly large.
They are massive. They are the size of probably a small pony and look like they weigh almost 200 pounds. They are something that looks like it should not be fucked with. They also look highly intelligent, as instead of just running around barking at everything, they sit patiently and just kind of watch you as you observe them.
Is it like a potion he's making? Or like what is it? Like is it able like is it a liquid form he's putting it into?
As
Or
you watch him work, he is grinding it up and adding other chemicals to it, and it seems to be turning it into a rich paste.
may I be bold and ask if myself and my companion may apply this, or is it something a delicate hand would need to do?
As much as I appreciate it, kind sir, the animals know who their handler is, and I don't want to take the responsibility of them being unpleased with you walking in their cage.
Fair enough. I suspect I'll wait and say I obviously expect the payment.
They are intelligent enough, though. I imagine they would fully understand that it was you who brought them their cure.
Who is a good soldier? Yes, you are good soldiers. I'm going to inspire courage on the Mabaris. Does it do anything?
I feel like
It
Leon's
just kind of cocks its head at you, curious at your statement.
Yes, these are very smart animals.
They are bestest boys.
Some would say out of game, the bark spawn.
The bark spawn.
Sorry.
Ah.
So yeah, I assume he hands me the payment he said he was going to give me.
He goes into his pockets and he grabs what money he can, and he hands you a gold and 10 silver.
Okay, I will pocket that.
Beautiful creatures.
And with the paste completed, he slowly opens the kennel cage. The dogs do not attempt to run out. And he cautiously approaches a few of the sick dogs that are just kind of laying on the ground breathing. And he uses the salve he just made to gently treat some of their wounds. And within minutes of being treated, the dogs seem to stop wrestling around and sleep more peacefully.
Take heart, dog soldiers. You will beat the disease. I'm going to hymn of healing the dog. Because why not?
The kennel master comes back. I'm positive that they're going to live through the night thanks to you guys. I really appreciate it.
My healing magic should have helped, I hope.
Well, they need rest for one. They've probably barely been able to sleep since that entered their bloodstream.
We need you need every soldier functionable.
Absolutely, and I wish you luck in the battle coming.
You too. I will turn and
You know what? When this battle is over, if we're all still alive, why don't you come back and we'll take a look.
take a look at me. No, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm sure that the animals know it was you two that took part in saving their lives. Maybe they'll respond to you.
Theodore thinks about the advantages of having a beast like that.
A warhound.
Yeah.
A well-trained warhound. A very big, well-trained warhound.
Do you know what? If we make it out alive, I will take you up on that offer. They seem like very, very good companions to have at your side.
I have never taken care of an animal, but I suppose this would be a learning experience. However, if there's only one animal to go around, I will defer.
We will switch to the other two, Avalon and Lucius. Did you guys restore to the medical tent, or did you just run off to find Duncan?
Mm-hmm.
That really narrows it down.
I said I was following him.
Okay. Lucius. Vile. Vile is muted.
Oh, that would be why. Sorry.
Jackass.
I'm going straight to the bonfire because I feel like we're short on time.
You find Duncan standing there heroically.
Well, Master Duncan, I got everything. I'll start fidgeting around and like swing the pack that I've got in front of me and open up to show him the filled vials that we collected.
Only two of you return.
Sir Vondrak and Ash are over at the kennel. We gathered some herbs for the dogs that the Houndmaster requested.
Oh, excellent. I did not want to know that half of my team died on their first assignment. Did you encounter much trouble? He looks at the recently bandaged wounds on the both of you.
A handful of darkspawn, a beast that I can't even begin to describe, and some mage that's not part of the circle by the name of turned to Avalon. Was Morgan? I think that was her name.
I just look at you.
Evelyn doesn't give a shit.
I don't know anything about her, but she was out there. Apparently, where we found the documents, which Ash has, was her home. She can create a huge wall of fire. Seemed like something in a shapeshifter too. But we got everything you wanted.
That means you encountered darkspawn out there.
Yes.
How many?
We fought about 10.
Yeah, some archers, a magic user, and then there was some kind of small squad. It must have been a scouting party. I think you're right, though. Roughly 10 or so.
Ash and Theo, you guys on your way back?
Yep.
Yeah. I was just on the way back. I was just also giving. You saw it in chat. I was just giving Ash and Op 10 silver for aiding me in that battle.
Mm-hmm.
The two of you will catch up as Lucius and Adeline are conversing with Duncan about the number of darkspawn you encountered.
Mm.
As you guys approach, he nods at you but doesn't interrupt the conversation.
We almost didn't make it back, but that wild magic user was able to guide us through the forest with some sort of incantation.
She was very helpful.
Unusual. I don't know of any witches outside here. No matter. Now that we have what we need, you have the treaties, correct?
That is correct. Here they are.
He takes them. He doesn't break the seals. He just puts them on the desk near him. Excellent. Now then, to the important business at hand. Soon we will be meeting with the king to conduct strategy. It seems tonight the battle is going to take place. Before that, however, the four of you have been brought here by volunteering, by fate, or by random occurrence. The four of you, your skills, your commitment, and your aptitude are needed to join this war. I extend to all of you an invitation to become one of the wardens. What say you?
As stated previously, this was my intent in coming here. I accept.
What of the rest of you?
Actually be a Grey Warden?
Yes.
I don't. Am I qualified?
You have proven it today. The four of you have faced and destroyed Darkspawn. Very few have before.
I sure.
Be aware of what you commit to. Your former life is gone. You become parts of an ancient order, sworn to follow and destroy the Darkspawn wherever they are found. Your previous life and commitments will be forgotten and forgiven. This will be who you are till the end of your days.
This is agreeable to me. I have nothing to lose.
So you mean we just disappear and never go back to our homes or anything like that?
When the Darkspawn have been destroyed, and we are certain that they are not going to come any more, you will be called upon when needed. But if the battle is over, then the battle is over. As of now, no archdemon has been found, so we will pray that this is where it ends tonight.
That sounds like just being part of a city guard or militia, just with a different mission.
You will be far more than that.
Well, Dad was a Templar. So, okay. He'd want this. We'll do this.
Okay, so Ash and Lucius are saying yes. What about Evelyn and Theo?
I will allow Evelyn to answer first.
Can't get me hated anymore.
No one hates you, child. You are just unsure of your place in the world.
There is no crime in uncertainty.
I don't hate you. My liver would still be hanging out if it wasn't for you.
You are skilled, yet undecisive. Decisiveness will be earned, I am sure.
I said my piece. I don't say anything else after that.
And you didn't say yes or no.
I said it can't get me hated anymore.
That's not a yes or a no. Duncan
Fine.
is waiting for a yes or a no.
Yes. Fine.
And finally, he turns his eyes to Theo.
With a respectful nod, I will decline and say no.
Very well. The three of you. There's a reason we gathered this blood. It'll be part of our ritual to be conducted soon. Those of you who are willing to take this commitment, follow me. Theo, with all respect, if you can give us some time.
Of course. And I will just wait here